Well, good evening. My name is Raven Cain, and I am invited here to talk to you guys about the way. And, it's a real pleasure to do that and kind of share my experiences with my sensei, who enlightened me on the way and exactly what it is and how it changed my life. If you had a chance to listen to the interview that I had with Fernand Vargas, I kind of briefly touched base about what the way is and how it affected me dramatically in my life. And Fernand thought it might be something that the rest of you guys would like to hear, and I'll kind of give you a brief synopsis of what it is and how you can apply it to your life. The way is nothing more than your way. And as a matter of fact, when we first started talking about the way, it didn't really even have a name. In fact, we were going to call it your way, because that's really what it is. Everybody alive today is here on their own unique journey. There are principles, though, that you can follow to make your journey the most exciting, the most fulfilling, and the most engaging with life that you can. I heard an interesting quote today. It said, "Don't tell me that the sky is the limit when there's footprints already on the moon." And I would expand, even say beyond that, there's footprints on the moon, but we also had a droid on Mars. And I hear there's even stuff out past Mars. So, I think they call it Uranus is all the way out there. So who knows? You've got this. There is no limit. And Bruce Lee was really ahead of his time, as we all know. And when he said there is no limitation is the only limitation, I don't even think limitation is even a word. It's more like self-imposed disability is more accurate, because there is no real limitation of what you can accomplish if you know how to apply the principles. Of course, there are physical limitations. If you are 4 feet tall and you're trying to be a professional basketball player, well, then now you have a physical limitation. When you stop that. But that doesn't mean that you can't be the most knowledgeable person on basketball on the planet. So there are physical limitations, but they're not limitations to what you can dream up and what you can accomplish when you apply the way, your way, to it. So here's a little bit of that. We've got something called, that all martial artists do, what's called mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit, and the connection of mind, body, spirit. The problem with that is they're missing one key element, and that is the principle of action. You must take action in your life in order to achieve any balance, whether it be a balance mentally, spiritually, or physically. You must apply the principle of action. You have heard the law of attraction. Now I'm talking about the law of action. There's definitely a difference. We can try to attract things in our lives because we are truly like a magnet. If we put a positive thought in the universe, positivity tends to come back towards us. But if let's say we want a brand new car and we're sitting and we are looking for a brand new car, but we sit on the couch and just dream about it. But we don't do anything about that. We just dream all the time, dream, but we never actually apply what we need to do to make that come true. That is the difference. So when we apply the way, we're really applying the law of action. So what my sensei, Blackhawk Walters, the 4-time world kickboxing champion, said to me, he said, "Raven, what you have to do is pull out a piece of paper and put 10 things that you want to accomplish in your life. Put the 10 things down on paper, and I want you to fold it up and put it in your left pocket. Then I want you to take another piece of paper and write down the 10 things that you're going to do today to make at least one of those things start to come true. What 10 things are you going to do today to make one of your life goals for this year come true? And then he said, what I want you to do is every hour, I want you to pull out. So the daily goal is going to go in your right-hand pocket. He said, I want you to pull that out every hour, and I want you to read it. Read it and make sure you're following it. Jim Rohn, a famous speaker, once said, don't start the day until you finish it. And what that meant is, don't even begin your day unless you have a plan for the day. And that's basically what Sensei Blackhawk was saying as well. You got these 10 goals, these 10 pinpoints that you're going to follow to make your dream come true. So we look at it every hour, make sure we're following it. Then every 2 to 4 hours, pull out your main goal, your yearly goal, your life goal for the year. Look at it so you can stay focused on what you want. When you have a clear goal with what you want, and you have a clear plan of how you're going to make it happen every day, that begins the law of action. The law of action. The law of attraction is the first list, right? That's your dreams. That's what you want. The law of action is the second list, the daily list, what you're going to do right now. You see, it's really easy for us to get caught up in just doing our daily routine, blah, blah, blahs. Going to work, making money, paying bills, doing this, doing that, and all of that stuff means very little when it comes down to it. Because what we're really here for, the number one thing that we are here for in our lives is to enjoy it, to be happy and fulfilled. One of the best ways of doing that is service to others, of course, but before you can serve others, you have to be of service to yourself and allow yourself to be happy and have that fulfillment in your own life. And it doesn't matter what it is. Some people's dreams and goals are to be the greatest car detailer in the world. That's their passion in life. And that's awesome. Because if it's your passion and it makes you happy and it fulfills you, then that's all that really matters. So people get confused about the material possessions and what they have, and they think that defines them. No, what defines you is what makes you happy and fulfilled, and how you conduct yourself in making those things a reality. Typically, I think people are good. It's just how they respond to things. And most of the time, people respond out of learned behaviors, instincts, and routines. When you're living the way, you're more in tune with what you really want, who you really are, what you really are. And it makes such a difference just to be applying the law of action in your life. Now, there's so many things, so many secrets inside the way. It's just impossible to go through all of them and, in one little lecture. But what I'll tell you is this. You should always apply a discipline to your life. You should always apply a discipline. It could be a discipline of a diet. It could be a discipline of working out. It could be a discipline of reading every night. But always discipline yourself and keep yourself focused and motivated. Keep yourself surrounded by the people who support you, your vision, your life, people that actually love you. Sensei Blackhawk calls them your cornermen. You want the right people behind you, always supporting you. You know they're going to tell you the truth, and you know you have your best interest at heart. Those are the people that you want. And you only get 4 to 5 people like that in your life, typically in a lifetime. Cherish those people. They're your corner. Once you kind of establish that and you know who you are, you know your passions in life, you've gotten your year of goals, you've gotten your action, your law of action in your right-hand pocket, you're looking at it every hour, you're looking at your life goals every 2 to 4 hours, and you are so focused on what you want, you're laser focused, and you've disciplined yourself to follow your own plan, your life will be incredibly fulfilling. Now, that could mean to you that you want to have $1 million next year. If you want $1 million next year, you can make that happen. What are you going to do to do it? How are you going to plan it out? We live in an age where anything is available at your fingertips, right in your hand. You carry your computer in your pocket. You can find out any information that you want. It's just a matter of being focused, staying determined, staying consistent. That's the next key to the law of action, is consistency. So you can take action today with that list and follow and make a plan to do it today, but tomorrow comes and you don't do it. And then the next day comes, you don't do it. And a year from now, you get the same results. What would your life be like in 6 years? Let's take it down to 4 years. What would your life be like in 4 years if you just spent every day, like I just said? Where would you be? What would you be able to accomplish if instead of sitting on the couch and eating potato chips tonight, you sat on the couch and you wrote down your list? What would your life be if tomorrow when you get up you put the daily list in your pocket and you follow it and you achieve every single one of those goals? What would it be like in 4 years if you've accomplished all 10 of those things that you set out to do? What if you did it in 1 year? It can be done, but you got to find the passion and the spark for what you really enjoy. When you do that, you can achieve unbelievable things. I have achieved unbelievable things to me in my passions in life, and you can do it too. Try those principles. There's so many. I could do a whole series on the way. I've learned so much from my sensei, who changed my life. And I know if you apply just this one principle, that it will change your life. Let's start there with the goals and the law of action and taking a consistent action, not only in your discipline, your daily goals, and your daily focus. That way, when we talk again, when we do this again, hopefully we'll do this again if there's enough interest. You guys can ask Fernand some questions, and I'm sure he'll pass it on to me if you'd like. And like Sensei Blackhawk just said to me, I don't have all the answers. I'm not even sure I have all the right questions. But I can promise you I've learned a few things that have definitely worked for me. And I think they'll work for you. Again, my name is Raven Cain. If you want to learn anything more about me, check out my music, ravencainmusic.com, or just hit me up on Facebook. It's just Raven Cain Music. Love to talk to you and answer any of your questions. Hope you guys have a good night.
No problem. Thank you.